Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. Oh, that was like the right level of chaos, I think. I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I can't even kill things. I can't even spend the rest of the season just killing stuff. I can't do that. And the moon doesn't love me back. There's a bit of a one-way relationship that we have going on there. I've said pants a lot today, and that is not an issue. It's not very often that Minecraft features cause me to get up out of my chair, but this is one of those Minecraft features that has caused me to get up out of my chair. This is wicked. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I love the moon so much that I'm going to refer to myself as a mooner. I'm now officially a mooner. And when you officially become something like a mooner, you're gonna have to build something that shows how official being a mooner is. I can't just walk around calling myself a mooner. People will think I'm weird. But if I walk around calling myself a mooner and then say, look, there's a mooner temple, people will then be like, you're weird, but you also do have a temple, so maybe that makes it okay. And the big question that I have is there going to be any stone that makes its way into the system, or are we going to manage 100% Sculk it? I've made the walls out of infested cracked stone. That's not ideal. I'm sure it's fine. I guess the first thing that I should do is actually get a Rubik's Cube in front of me. I feel like my brain will be able to operate on the plane of Rubik's Cubes once I can actually see a Rubik's Cube. If we end up with a bunch of pants in the comment section, then I've totally failed. If we end up with a bunch of 10s, then you're all delusional. I need a hug.
That was my
I didn't actually see her approach. You were just suddenly things are getting weird on the Hermitcraft server, dude. I might have to fly away to my own island. And this feels like a good time to mention that I am not someone that can solve Rubik's Cubes. I'm not in the Rubik's Cube community. I'm going to get all of the terminology wrong, and for that, I really do apologise. The spinny spin mechanism. I don't apologise for that terminology. That should stick around. How do these things taste? They taste very good. This is far better than a potato. I'm a changed man. I'm a changed man. You can tell that it's fantastic because my voice went really high. My voice goes really high when things are fantastic. So if you hear me talking like this, then you know things haven't gone well. I've worked it out. I've worked out how to solve Rubik's Cubes, and this is me solving it live in a time lapse. I'm totally not playing the time lapse backwards. Nope, definitely not doing that. Definitely did not play that time lapse reversed. I have barely even started the video and this is already just hugely chaotic. I've never seen more sizes of zombies on my screen in my entire life. So we've got a town, right? And it's in the middle of the night and there's kind of lights flickering on in the buildings, and then suddenly a gigantic monster appears and then the town attacks the gigantic monster. The monster dies and then they go back to bed and then it starts all over again, and it does this forever. It's an endless loop. Like a really blocky TikTok, but far more creative and interesting. Me and Grian have been talking and we've come up with a fantastic idea that totally isn't childish in the slightest. Is to build a really big boat. Build a big old boat and put it above their place. So they look up and they just see a big old boat. And then they probably think, it's a huge boat. I wonder who did that. And then we go, it was us. Because we're from Boatham. And we like boats. We have got ourselves a gigantic zombie that is looming over our town. Okay, this is perfect. Be poor. Nobody can steal your valuable items if you don't have any valuable items to steal. Really, this is a faultless strategy. Can you imagine how much better Godzilla would have been if you had actual explosions in the movie theater? I mean, this is revolutionary stuff. If I could convert myself into a blocky man and move into this world, I would do it in an instant. The warm embrace of grass between my toes. Get off of me! Never thought I'd cut to a grass's POV, but here we are. I think there's only about 100 stars in the sky, isn't there? Like in the whole universe, it's like there's us, and then the planets, and then there's the sun, that's a star, and then there's like 99 more, I reckon, roundabouts. I'm just in my suit and tie, don't even have any gloves on, it's fine. I'm heated by the musty warmth of my mustache. If you weren't so close to my build, this end crystal will be going through your skin and bones. This always feels incredible. Did that tree just try to grow into my head? I know I'm all about the peace, love and plants, but I'm not interested in becoming a peace, love and plant. For starters, someone seems to have installed screaming goats into my bus. I seem to have 2 passengers in the bus, and they weren't invited and they're very noisy. Secondly, I have a waffle on the back of my head because I traded souls with Grian. So this is now my life. Unfortunately, janitor wouldn't actually fit on a number plate, I don't think. But you know, I don't know how long I'm going to be janitor for because, well, this gigantic flying eyeball up here dropped a huge number of ravagers down into the bottom area, and I can't help but notice that there are no ravagers down here. That and the fact that my head periodically hits the roof. You know, these are just things that I now live with. I'm glad that my headgear is equipped with a gigantic wing, so I'm probably preventing a large amount of concussion there. I can't really imagine Jeffrey Bezos launching 2 billy goats into an erupting volcano of carbohydrates on the weekend, but you never know. Billionaires do billionaire things. After enormous physical pain, I came up with this solution and it didn't work, but after significantly more pain and frustration and gradually fading out of existence, I came up with this system right here, making use of observers and just all sorts of weirdness, but it works. And then we're going to have another one heading off in this direction, and that is going to look... Now we are finally getting numbers being displayed on the board that correspond to button presses. I mean, how cool is this? That's not good. And Zedaf recently invited me to his laboratory to perform some experiments on me, which is weird, and I said yes, which is arguably weird. And I've also moved the stone generator around a little bit so that we can actually generate the Sculk in the stone that the generator is generating. Goodness gracious me, I'm not sure that was English. And yes, that is a gigantic toilet. This redstone testing world is filled with weird stuff, but I'm sure all of you would have called me an idiot for it, so instead I'm going to do it something equally as memorable but not as predictable, which is the number of days in a year, which everyone knows is 356. And look, I've done enough back patting over the past couple weeks. I'm not even sure my back will recover from the trauma that it's received, but I can't help but pat myself on the back further for this. With that being said, it is being let down in one area. Number one, my Batman door is broken thanks to this chicken right here, who keeps just laying eggs through it, and it seems to cause issues with the redstone system. I'm not entirely sure how or why. I can't believe my Batman entrance has been foiled by a piece of poultry. But I think I have a potential solution. I'm going to explode TNT directly behind our movie screen, and hopefully some of that explosionness will actually travel through the screen. It will be like a 3D movie experience. Hopefully soon these bags underneath my eyes will become big enough that I can actually store extra items in them. I might get a few extra inventory slots here. One can only hope. I know you want to build a night sky, but remember, there's only one real night sky in here. As if the moon is some kind of possessive, egotistical maniac. Oh, okay. Video done. And I managed to show off the entire thing without, showing the back. That's good. Woo!